Hi guys, welcome back to another vlog. My name is Audra and it is currently Monday, February 27th, and I decided to just kind of vlog a nighttime routine and what I typically do after I get off of work. I work full-time Monday through Friday, and I typically get off of work around 6 p.m. and most weeknights I'm pretty much just cooking dinner, and then I might have a couple of chores or wedding planning things that I need to do, and then I pretty much get ready for bed because I like to get up really early, so I don't want to get to bed too late. But yeah, it's now 6:30. Typically start dinner as soon as I get off of work. For dinner tonight, I'm gonna make stuffed pepper soup. We love this recipe, and I've found a way to make it really creamy and just full of protein, full of healthy ingredients, and it's really good. And you have lots of leftovers with it as well, so that's always nice, especially when you work from home and you just need like a quick lunch during the weekdays. And on the side, it's kind of random, but I'm just trying to incorporate more veggies into our diet. So I'm just gonna make some asparagus and roast it in the oven. It's super easy and just a good way to get a little bit more veggies in your life. So I'm gonna start with the asparagus. I'm just gonna preheat the oven to, I think like 400 is what I usually do. And let me do that. And then I'm just gonna use like half of the asparagus. And what's really nice, and what's a pro tip, is I always pre-wash. I don't always, but I try to pre-wash all my veggies. So I already washed all of this asparagus yesterday, and I washed all of the other ingredients that I'm gonna show you. So during the weekdays, I can just grab it out of the fridge and start cutting everything up. And it helps even more when you actually pre-cut the veggies too, but I didn't do that yesterday. But I typically, with asparagus, I just cut the ends off just because, I don't know, they're kind of like woody and just a little too big. I like my asparagus to be skinny. All right, then I just lined a baking sheet with some foil, and I'm gonna put the asparagus on there and just drizzle a little bit of some good olive oil on there. And this is my favorite seasoning to use on asparagus. It's really my favorite seasoning on any veggie. It's really good on steak and chicken as well, but it's the McCormick, Montreal steak seasoning. And yeah, it's just a good seasoning. Anytime I use this on asparagus or use it on salmon, whatever, I always get compliments on it from Carter or my parents or whoever else I'm cooking for. So it's a good, cheap seasoning mix. And once the oven is preheated, I'll just put this in the oven for about like 15 to 20 minutes until everything is just soft and starting to get crispy. And sometimes I'll even broil it, but it just depends. All right, now it is time to get started on the soup, and I don't measure anything out, but I'll show you everything that I'm gonna put in the soup, and then in the description box down below, I'll put measurements I'll put rough measurements of what I put in there. And kind of, this is one of those soups, like most of my recipes, where every time I make it, I kind of make it a little bit different, but this is pretty much the standard of how I usually make it. But quickly run through the ingredients that I put in my soup, or that I'm putting in tonight at least. So ground beef, so I have salt, black pepper, oregano, I just have like 1 or 2 garlic cloves in here, and then some parsley. So those are just kind of where a lot of the flavor will come from. And then I have a green pepper, a red pepper. I typically do like a yellow onion, but I forgot to get one at the store, so I'm just gonna do half of a red onion. And then I'm gonna cut up some of these tomatoes. You can do canned tomatoes. Tomato paste, chicken broth. You can definitely use beef broth. I know it kind of weirds people out to mix beef with chicken, but I've done it with beef and chicken broth, and it's fine either way. and then this jasmine rice. And this is microwavable jasmine rice, so I typically will microwave it and save it in a separate container, and then whenever I go to eat the soup throughout the week, I'll just like add this in so that it doesn't get too soft when I store it later. I'm basically just gonna cut up all of my ingredients right now, and then I'll get started on cooking the beef. And once everything's cut up, you pretty much just add it to the broth, cook the beef, and then add everything together. It's really easy and it doesn't take too much time. You can definitely make this in a crock pot or an Instant Pot. I've done both of those as well, so just kind of whatever works for you.
Why can't you want me like the other boys do? They stare at me while I crave you.
Okay, I have a pot right here, and I just put a drizzle of olive oil in it, put one clove of minced garlic in there, and then I have it on medium heat. I'm just gonna add my tomatoes, onion, and peppers, and just let all of those veggies kind of saute and get soft. I just have a little saucepan right here, and once again I'm gonna put that on medium heat. Now I'm just gonna add the beef to the vegetables, and I'll just do it like this. By the way, the veggies, they probably cooked for about 10 to 15 minutes, just until they get a little bit soft. And I'm gonna once I get the soup all ready, I'm gonna let it simmer for a little bit so they can continue to soften. I'm gonna add about 3 tablespoons of tomato paste, about 3 or 4 cups of broth. I probably will I'll probably just go ahead and do 4. I think that will be fine. I'm going to start adding in all of my seasonings. Flavor is very important to me, especially when I'm making a soup. So I did probably about 1 teaspoon of chopped up fresh parsley. And then I'm going to do 2 teaspoons of dried basil. Oh my gosh. Okay, 1 teaspoon of dried oregano. And then salt and pepper, I kind of just eyeball it. Look at all of this color and all these seasonings. You can just kind of tell it's gonna be a flavorful soup, and I can't wait to eat it. All right, so the best way to kind of get all of these vegetables really soft is I always put the lid on and then just kind of have a little bit of a crack in there, and then I'm just gonna put it on low heat, keep it in there for about 20 minutes, and everything will be soft and flavorful and ready to eat. Alrighty, it's been about 20 minutes, so let's check on the soup. Oh my gosh, it looks so yummy. You want that bright red color. That's when you know it's gonna taste good. And the tomato paste is key. I've had to make it before without the tomato paste, and it's just really lacking. So make sure if there's like any missing ingredients, make sure you at least have the tomato paste, because that's really key. I'm gonna go ahead and make some of this rice. It's jasmine rice. I think most stuffed peppers call for jasmine rice, but even when, like, I pretty much only use jasmine rice. It's just my favorite, and I love microwavable kind, because if you know, you know. I hate making rice that's not instant, because it's just, I can never get it right. But I've been getting this one from, yeah, this is Seeds of Change though, and I've been getting this from Whole Foods a lot lately, and I quite like it. Okay, sorry if you can hear loud noises. Carter is feeding Django right now, but I'm gonna top the soup off. Here is what it looks like, by the way. Beautiful. Oh shoot. Yeah, okay. Let me mix that all together. And then to top the soup off, I love putting this non-fat plain Greek yogurt into my soup, just because one, it adds protein, and two, it makes it really creamy. And I don't know, I just randomly started doing this one day and now I can't stop doing that. And then just like a regular stuffed pepper, I'm just gonna top it with a little bit of mozzarella cheese. And let that all mix in and melt.
Rice in it too?
Yeah, well,
Extra rice?
there is no rice in the pot right now because I don't want to get like how it was last time.
Oh, good idea.
But here's dinner. Whoops. Here is dinner. It probably took like 45 minutes to make, but I have my asparagus, my stuffed pepper soup. It looks beautiful, and then crackers on the side. But I'm just gonna eat this really quick, and then I need to finish editing a YouTube video, and then hopefully I can get ready for bed after that. All right, so done with dinner now, and I'm gonna try to finish editing a vlog right now. Right now it is almost 8:30, and I try to be in bed as close to 9 as possible, but I just don't think that's gonna happen tonight. So as long as I get to bed by 10 o'clock, then I'm good. But I'll probably try to edit this for about a half hour, and hopefully I can get most of it.
Gold, dripping in gold, a wave of heads did turn, or so I've been told. Or so I've been told. My heart broke when I saw you kept your gaze controlled. Oh, I cannot solve. Why can't you want me like the other boys do? They stare at me while I stare at you.
Alright, I finished editing my vlog. I'm very happy about that. And it's 9:30, so I made good time. The only thing I really didn't get to tonight is laundry. I have the biggest pile of laundry in my laundry room right now, but we'll just let it pile on for another day and I'll get to it tomorrow. So now I'm going to do my nighttime skincare routine. I'm going to put my hair back. Wow, it looks like I don't have a single strand of hair on my head right now, but first of all, take my earrings out. What is on my earring? Oh, and by the way, dinner was really good. I loved the soup, and hopefully we have, Carter packed away the leftovers, but hopefully I have some for lunch tomorrow. I am running very low on makeup remover. Forgot to get some this week at the grocery store, but I'm just gonna use this e.l.f. cleansing balm. I only have like a tiny amount left, but luckily my face wash is a makeup remover as well, so I can just use a little bit of both. Okay, then I'm gonna go in with my Clear Stem Gentle Clean Cleanser, and I will just use that to get off some of my makeup as well. And I can use it, I always use it on my eyes. I don't know if you're really supposed to, but I always do, and I've never had an issue with it burning or anything. But you can kind of do your own research on that. But I just gotta make sure I get all my makeup.
Safe as my own. One moment I have you, the next you are gone. Rehearse steps on an empty stage. That boy's got my heart in a silver cage. Why can't you want?
And I've been using this TheraBreath mouthwash, so I'm gonna take a swig of this. So I'm using Sour New serum from Clear Stem and the Bounce Back serum, which comes in the pink and purple bottle. So these are both really good for hydration. And pretty soon I can start using my Clarity serum again. It's not gonna focus. Oh, there we go. Pretty soon I can start using Clarity serum again, since it's finally starting to warm up here in Ohio. But that serum is an acid, so I haven't been able, it just like dries my face out too much in the winter time. But I'm gonna layer these serums together. Okay. And then I'm gonna lather on my Hydro Glow moisturizer from Clear Stem. So good. I had to go a couple of weeks without using this moisturizer because they were sold out of it. And so I had to use the moisturizer that Carter is using, and it's one that I used to always use, and I literally started to break out again on my chin like I used to, and my skin felt so dry for the past like 3 weeks because I didn't have my moisturizer. So I'm so glad I have like a fresh jar of it back in my life, and hopefully I don't have to go without it again. Okay, so I put all that on, and now I finally just started using a gua sha. I tried to get a metal one at the store, but they didn't have any. This is made out of jade, but I've heard that these can like break on your face if you press too hard, so I'm gonna try not to do that. But I'm very new to gua shaing, and I've been trying to watch a bunch of TikToks about it, so I'm sure I'm gonna like learn more as I go. But I'm just gonna kind of try my best to do this. Don't judge me, I'll get better as time goes on, but I'm gonna do this for like 5 minutes. This bun in my hair, and I actually have a clip-in extension in. Oh my gosh, this is the most crazy thing ever. Holy cow. Okay. Okay, and now I'm gonna go find my jammies. Okay, I have my jammies on now, and I'm gonna put my retainer in. So that means it's the end of the night. Thank you guys so much for watching, and hopefully you got to learn more about me as you hang out with me after work. And go try that stuffed pepper soup. It is so good, and I'll have it linked down below, or I'll have my recipe written down below. It's just like a mashup of a bunch of different recipes, and I'll have anything else that you need down below, my social media, any other links that you need. And yeah, thank you so much for watching, and I hope you have a great day.
I know the outcome, and I'm not blind. I've been standing right here before, and I do it every time. I never think I'll lose, but it's a losing game.